We're outside of Ironworks Gym right here. See there in the background. So gonna go in here and do some training. It's a new gym that I'm working out at. Actually, this gym has been around for 40 years. You know what? It kind of has an old school feel, like Gold's Venice. It's got pictures of all the old bodybuilding greats up on the walls. None of that fancy, crazy gear and saunas and spas. It's just a hardcore gym. One difference I've noticed working out at this gym is that unlike Gold's Venice, where I've trained for such a long time, it's not as busy. It's not as loud, not as quiet. Different kind of energy. It's kind of a workout where you really need to get into your own headspace and really push yourself. So it's a little bit different, but I'm actually enjoying the change in the workouts. I think I'm gonna get some really phenomenal results working out here. It's like I said, I love the equipment. It's has an old school feel, and I'm just having a good time working out here, guys. So join me. Check out the YouTube page. We're about to relaunch that, and you're going to be seeing these videos actually on my 14-week transformation as I prepare for competition. We'll be inviting you guys along to come along and take 14 weeks to transform your bodies as well. But we're going to get in here and get gritty. Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up, fitness fans? So yeah, right about here, I'm doing some high volume workouts. I'm not really showing you guys all the sets that I've done, but you'll notice my range of motion, bringing the elbows pretty much all the way back to the bottom without quite hitting the guard there, not quite locking out. What I'm doing is I'm really squeezing my pecs as hard as I can. I'm really just trying to load the weight up in the pecs, not locking my arms out so that my pecs never get a rest. Just jumping into the next set, and once again, check out that range of motion. It might look short, but again, what I'm doing is I'm not letting the load come off my pecs at all. I'm not locking out. I don't need to really squeeze all the way to the top to keep that load on. I can use other exercises like the cables to get really into the pecs.
Chest and arms. Trying not to get a lot of weight. Trying to really focus on squeezing through the muscle in every exercise. Like I said, it's not about how much weight you move, it's how you move the weight. So a lot of focus on squeezing. Get as many reps and train to failure as possible today.
Alright, now that I'm done blithering. So like I said, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch into some cable exercises right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to really push the top and try to squeeze the top of the pecs as hard as I can.
So notice on this one, I'm going to try to squeeze out in front, not down.
Yeah, I just said that.
Get the top of the pecs engaged.
Nice and wide. Now I could actually shorten that up just a little bit, not go quite as far back, but I'm going to just kind of work a stretch into this exercise. Not using a lot of weight. And again, I'm trying to keep my arms kind of that movement parallel to the ground. You see a lot of guys push toward the ground like at a 45 or straight down the body. I feel for me it tends to get the triceps a little bit more into the motion. And again, I'm not showing you guys all the sets that I'm doing. You notice I'm not doing a lot of repetitions. What I'm really doing is really focusing on squeezing, and trying to fatigue those muscles out with a relatively light load today. Today wasn't really about lifting heavy. It was just really about pumping and getting volume into the muscle. Okay, we're going to switch into some hammer strength selectorized. Now, the reason I'm going to jump on this machine is, again, I'm going to try to work the pecs. Now, I actually scoot my butt forward a little bit, scrunch down so that I'm really working again to the top of the pecs. That's a weak zone for a lot of people. I also have a torn pec, so I'm really trying to get some volume on that right side to make up for the lack of muscle tissue there. Take a little breather.
A lot of weight today, guys. Working a lot of volume. Trying to burn up some calories. I'm not gonna go super heavy. Once again, really focus on squeezing the muscle through the reps.
Blah, blah, blah. Squeeze. I know.
It's how you lift it.
Again, not a lot of weight today, guys. I look fatigued because I'm really focusing on that squeeze. It's really about squeezing that muscle. I've already got great size. Right now it's about volumizing. Again, range of motion. Now this machine and the other machine you saw me working on, very similar motion, but a different feel the way the cams work. So I'm getting a different load at a different place in the muscle. That's key for volumizing, really getting blood pumped in there. Notice I'm fatiguing out. I've already done quite a few sets.
Starting to get fatigued. Whew. Alright, start.
Okay, switching into some biceps now. Now today is about biceps, triceps, and chest. Again, not a lot of weight, guys. I'm really focusing on squeezing. You notice a lot of the bigger guys in the gym with a lot of muscle mass, you expect to see us just always slamming around lots and lots of weight. That's not the case, guys. It's really about how you squeeze the muscle. Now my range of motion on this, I try to keep my wrists straight and not curl the wrist back. I'm coming almost all the way locked out. Right when I feel that brachialis start to really get a good stretch, I bring it right back up, pump it in. Now I like to come a little bit higher than some guys, not as quite as far as others. It's really about your body type, the length of your limbs, but focus on that squeeze. Just feel that bicep squeeze all the way through, squeeze all the way through. Don't rush your reps. You're always in control on the positive and the negative of the motion. You should never feel like you're dropping the weight and catching it at the bottom. Always in control. Look at that speed. Very constant speed on this particular exercise. You can just see that bicep separation at the top there as it just pops through. That's what I'm going for. Fatiguing pretty quick. I've done a lot of sets already. Not bad. What was that face? What the heck's going on there? Wah, wah, wah. Keep going. Come on, let's go. Work. Yeah, it starts to hurt right about now. You're thinking, man, maybe I should just do these other sets another day. Squeeze through, squeeze through, squeeze through. Always in control. Guys, I want you guys to all think about just really focusing on body control, squeezing the muscle when you do these exercises. You know, don't go on the weight trying to look like you're some kind of a freak or some kind of a freak of nature or some kind of a beast mode dude. Go in there, focus on the squeeze, fatigue those muscles out, get that blood pumped into the muscle. You know what? I don't lift heavy like I used to. There's no need for it. I've learned over the years that lifting lighter weights for higher reps and really focusing on the squeeze, that's what really gets the muscles to grow. So you don't need to go crazy and you know, just figure like you have to lift a house all the time.
When you get into a position where you're like 12, 14 weeks out from your final body fat goal, and I'm trying to get that shredded look, not just that defined look, it's really about high volume, high reps. My calories are a little bit lower. My carbohydrates are a little bit lower.
Yeah. Get on with it.
I want to. I don't want to tear it down too much because you know, I can go in and out of being catabolic at any moment, so I don't want to eat up any muscle. And so we just want to work on keeping volume and good size as we diet down and burn that body fat. That's what it's all about. So let's bust some of these out. About 2/3 of the way through the workout, I'm a little fatigued already.
All right, this dip machine is pretty cool. It's palms back.
I'm gonna purposely go wide. I'm gonna incorporate my chest a little bit into this instead of deep like this. Let the chest and triceps work together right now.
So yeah, as I've just explained, I'm actually bringing the elbows wide on purpose.
There we go.
I'm incorporating the chest and the triceps into this motion on purpose. If I were to squeeze my elbows back more, my triceps would take over a little bit more, take some of the load off the pecs. But again, today I'm working chest, tris, and biceps. So I want to incorporate and bring as many muscles into this motion as possible, because again, I'm trying to burn some calories, burn it up.
Get a good pump. Left my water bottle at home. So once again, guys, we're here at Ironworks, Bellevue, California. 40-year-old gym, guys. It has that Gold's Feel gym as far as equipment goes, that old CrossFit World gym and Gold's Gym Venice. Old school, 40 years old. Equipment is phenomenal. This is where you build a physique. I mean, this is the garage, man, on the real. This is where you pump it up and put it together. This ain't no foo-foo gym, baby. No.
I think sometimes I talk just because I want a longer rest. All right, look at my range of motions, guys. Those elbows are coming just about parallel to my shoulders. Not quite locking out. Again, I am not letting the load off those triceps. My chest is getting a good pump. I'm trying to round it out on the sides there. Squeeze it out. Now, I've done a lot of repetitions. Again, I'm not having recorded every single set. Doing about 4 or 5 sets each exercise. And I'm recording the last couple of sets for each one. Training to failure. When I feel like I'm losing control or losing form, I stop the motion. Alright, jumping into some dumbbells. Ding, 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 ding. Now those are only 35. So look, guys, we're trying to keep my elbows in and low. You see a lot of guys like to come up and let those elbows come up and away from the body pretty far. You know, if it works for some people, I like to just try to really use that elbow as the fulcrum point. Pretend my elbows are kind of pinned to the side of my body. I'm turning my pinky up, thumb down at the top of the motion. Just really try to separate that bicep from where it connects at the forearm. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Again, not a lot of weight. I'm going to do a set of 50 pounds and I'll drop down to some hammers. But again, guys, not a lot of weight. Today it's about volume. Just squeezing through, feeling that burn. Trying not to do any cheating. A little moment of swole right here, a little slow-mo bicep pose. What? I don't know why I did that. That looks small. Alright, this is where I throw some, oh, I guess I didn't put the 50s in here. Okay, so I switch into some hammers, going light. And you'll notice like I'm holding it like a hammer, no twist this time. Trying to work a little bit of thickness in the bicep. Now on these hammers, I will bring my elbows up a little bit higher, and I kind of try to push the weight away from the body. I feel like it just gives me more of a load onto that bicep. Okay, now I'm gonna, yeah, well, you missed that part, but I'm coming across the body a little bit. Alright, jumping into some triceps now, back and forth between triceps and biceps. Trying not to lean over too far, guys. Keep the elbows in tight to the body on this one. Really want to work the back of the horseshoe there. A nice range of motion. Getting a nice pump. Horseshoes looking good. Again, not recording all the sets, guys, so don't think that this workout was only 2 sets or 1 set per exercise, 4 to 5 sets. Not a lot of weight. Stand up tall. Keep that bar closer to the body. Boom. Come on. See, getting tired. Elbows are starting to come up. Focus in. There you go. Focus in. Booyah. See, when you guys do it right, it hurts, man.
Finished up a brilliant workout, guys. We did chest and arms today. And so trying to burn up as many calories. I said we're in 14 weeks now. We're going to get this competition done this time. No obstacles in our way. And yeah, it was a good workout. I hope you guys followed along with the narrative to kind of get a feel of the kind of workouts that I'm doing right now in order to just tone it up, keep it full, and drop the body fat. Get up, get out, get moving, do something good for yourself. Hang loose and stay fit. And I'll talk to you soon.